Do it all again.
Да, подожди.
You're awesome. Galera, a gente veio aqui no...
Tira os cachorros. Sorry. Can you vlog?
Someone please stay there and
Vai. Put your hand.
get executed.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Daí a câmera segura aqui na mão. Daqui nós vamos
É agora que você morre, meu
One,
Deus.
two,
Look.
three.
Cool.
Oh, it was a picture. I was looking for
Do you know how
That's so nice.
That's more
That's cool. A gente veio aqui no tipo um castelinho, que é uma apresentação. E vamos fazer uma filmagenzinha aqui. Os caras abriram pra gente, né? Porque a Ana conhecia eles. Normalmente quem vem aqui tem que pagar 16 euros. E os caras liberaram pra gente. A gente vai mostrar pra vocês como que é aqui dentro.
А сейчас пойдешь на премьеру Пантера? Да. Пойдешь на премьеру Пантера?
Да.
Куда? В космос?
Ah, porra, mano, que tem, mano?
Okay, we have only 3 rules. Please do not touch any buttons. If something happens, just ask us for help and have some really good time.
Okay, when someone says don't touch the button, the first thing that we must do is touch the button.
The first written record of St. Olaf's Church goes back to 1267. Century for the city to build St. Olaf's Church, and those who laid the cornerstone did not live to hear the first Mass. The magistrates spared no expense from the treasury, and the merchants any cost for materials. The best builders and most skilled artisans called managed to finish the work of his forefathers. From then, the sailors could see where to head their ships when the weather got rough. Now, whole Europe would stand still from amazement, having never seen such height before. Now, God himself would keep the city safe from harm, whether it comes from the earth or from the sky. In medieval Europe, there was a custom to immure a young living woman inside the base of a tower. That girl which was left to die in the stone chamber had not to challenge this nice tradition, and having laid the cornerstone of the maidenly tower, we chose a decent girl whose name was Edda.
I'm not Edda. I'm Greta.
Good. And I bet you have city. And so the merchant ships came, bringing spices, fabrics, and jewelry. But with growing amount of people in the city, the number of rats grew too. You can find one of these paintings made by Bernd Notke in St. Nicholas Church, which is not far from here. Those who confessed to all possible crimes and sins at once were granted a privilege for helping the investigation process. A quick and fast death by burning.
Come here. Look at the corners. If you hear something about a carnival, until you hear, get him!
In the name of fairness.
Hello, where's his gun? For healthy and even our death can be nothing but a more zombie. But we need only war, or we don't. And now please come a little bit down and pay attention to the wall in front of you.
The wars, the fires of the Inquisition, and even the epidemics turned out to be exciting enough to captivate Europe for several centuries. It could have continued that way, but here's the trouble. To raise a child, it takes 20 years and 2 parents. but to kill 1,000 soldiers. Morning, a weird-looking stranger came to Tallinn. He presented himself as a well-known alchemist and said that he could produce the Philosopher's Stone that brings eternal life under that false window, which also has stories to tell. One day, little boys who were picking up shells on the seashore rushed to the city shouting that there, on the 2nd of May, is that the law stands higher than personal benefits. On the 7th of May, 1535, Baron von Uexküll was beheaded.
Caralho, da hora. That was so nice, guys. That was nice.
You can see your photos here.
Galera, muito da hora. Quem quiser colar. Ó, nossa foto aqui, ó. It looks like someone who wants to kill. Quem quiser colar, mano, só colar aqui, ó. E a gente vai fazer a assinaturazinha. I should write my name here?
If you want to.
Yeah, or comment.
Aí, deixamos aí. E, mano, o link vai estar aqui na descrição, se vocês quiserem vir. O endereço vai estar aqui também, o preço, tudo certinho. E quem quiser colar, tem o livro aqui também. What about this book?
It's about Italian legends.
Aí tem as lendas de Tallinn. E da hora. E, mano, vai estar tudo aqui na descrição. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Deixa o like, não se esquece de se inscrever. E é nóis, até o próximo vídeo.
Um lugar que